This illustration deals with a Type P cable installation, Part 2, in this new article, 337. Now, the purpose of change was to provide this new article, and it's been added again to address Part P type cables that covers the use, installation, and construction specifications for 600-volt Type P cable, armored or unarmored, for use in hazardous classified location as permitted by the National Electrical Code, Article 337. Part 2 now, we're getting into the meat here. Part 2 covers the uses permitted, uses not permitted, bending radiuses, securing and supporting single conductor cables and their ampacity ratings. Now, to review the information right above the industrial machinery, Article 670 regulates that. Notice then we're dealing with, in the blue boxed in information there, Type P cable, general Part 2 that we're dealing with, Part 2 of the article. And first of all, uses permitted is 337.10. Use is not permitted is 337.12. Now, notice, users, that the permitted and not permitted rules are always in .10 and .12 now through the code. We've pretty well got that, so you won't be looking and having to review different sections and it being a little bit more confusing to you to dig your way through these articles. And then notice the ampacity of the cable is 337.80, just like 320.80 for AC cable, 334.80 for non-metallic sheath cable. All the ampacity rules for those cables now are in .80 and how you can use them. And then we do not get confused about how we can load these cables by using the 90-degree ampacity of a conductor to derate it back to a 60. But remember, all cables are 60 degrees C unless otherwise specified for 75 degrees C ampacities. Now, bonding radiuses, how much of a radius we can bend the cable is in 337.24. And notice again, the securing and supporting is always .30. So 337.30 deals with your securing and supporting cable, just like 320.30 is for AC cable, 334.30 for non-metallic sheath cable. So notice all these cables that we use now, we're getting the sections to match instead of being differently, where it's a lot more confusing to for the installer mainly. Now, just simple conductors that we use, and most of the time inside these cables now it's XHHW. You may find in some of the older cables THHN, but notice 337.31 would let you take 90-degree insulation in accordance with 337.80 in the cable, and again, repetitious, but you could derate from that 90-degree back to 60. And then, of course, you know, the benefits, we've already talked about that, so I'll conclude here with the Part 2 of this new article, 337.